Welcome to this introduction to Zendy, which is all about accelerating research with discovery you can trust. Looking at institutions today, they face a lot of different challenges. Research libraries have unprecedented pressure, for example, with shrinking budgets and more limited subscription access. At the same time, faculty and students are overwhelmed by open access sprawl, predatory publishing practices, and an explosion of unregulated AI tools. Zendy serves to provide a solution to these challenges and provide a safe, unified, AI-empowered discovery environment that restores trust, protects academic integrity, which ultimately serves to accelerate research. Zendy is a platform which has been specifically designed for research discovery and literature review. And all along the research process, there are more and more AI capabilities that serve to aid the students and faculty with problem identification through Zaya, the research assistant, or providing AI discovery and insights for the different articles, helping with literature review by automatically analyzing different articles, and helping with research design through an interactive approach, also using Zaya. If we look at Zendy and compare the platform to other tools out there, a fundamental difference is related to the data. So in Zendy's case, we make use of a curated academic database, which includes open access and subscription content based on trusted sources only. And we combine this with a large language model, which is fine-tuned specifically for research discovery and literature review. So in this way, we can ensure that we get relevant results and at the same time, reference-backed insights and a lot less hallucinations. If we now compare Zendy with more traditional discovery services and the many new AI research assistants out there, we try to address the main challenges, being first of all, the discovery gap, so that you can, through Zendy, get a true AI-powered discovery and literature review in order to find the more relevant literature faster, truly find the needle in a haystack. We provide not limited content, but all your content. This includes open access content from trusted sources, along with all your subscription content, as well as other internal sources, for example, your repository or your library catalog. Already since the beginning, we always try to provide as seamless access as possible to the full texts. That means that in many cases, you can access the full text directly on Zendy, and that provides you with more AI assistance to review this literature and translate the literature into knowledge and interact with the articles. And finally, but not least, we are working really hard on the trust concerns. So we always have clear license agreements with all the publishers, and we try to flag retractions and unverified sources where applicable. And overall, try to minimize the risk for hallucinations and predators through a curated academic database. And you can choose to join Zendy at different levels. Basically, the question is how much you want to AI empower your institution. The most basic level is Zendy Open that you can adhere to through the subscribe to open model. This means that you support Zendy to stay open and free for everyone worldwide and provide a more equitable access to knowledge and AI research assistance. If you want to provide all your faculty and students with unlimited AI capabilities to explore academic literature, but limited to open access content, then Zendy Premium is for you. But most institutions choose to go with Zendy Complete, which means that you provide really this unified, safe space for research discovery and literature review for all your faculty and students and for all your content, meaning all open access content and all your subscription content. And you can also choose to add your library catalog or any other internal resources. If you want to embed or use the Zendy technology, the content, the assistance, and all the other possibilities under the hood on your existing infrastructure, well, then you can go with Zendy Enterprise. So joining Zendy is very easy. You don't have to replace anything of your existing infrastructure. You can also choose to connect Zendy to your existing Discovery service to be able to provide a more unified space and with AI research assistance on top of your existing resources. If we now move over to a brief demo of Zendy, you can all access the platform through the URL zendy.io. You can sign up here and create a new account, or if you already have an account, you can log in with your email address and password or being authenticated using any of the existing services. When you log into Zendy, you see top-rated articles here based on your selected interests. If you want to, you can update these interests by exploring different areas, for example, or search for specific keywords. You can also access Zendy on your mobile phone, or you may prefer to explore the content based on your favorite publisher, journal, or subject area. But you can, of course, also explore the content by searching. And you can combine different keywords, publication titles, or individual articles, or publishers, and so forth. You'll then get a number of search results. And when you scroll down the list of search results, you will see that the platform automatically generates AI insights for you for each individual article on the fly as we scroll down. This helps you to identify which articles that are most relevant for you to dig deeper into. If you want to, you can also interact with each paper and let the AI assistant suggest questions, or you may want to ask specific questions. If we pick a question like this, you'll get an answer and you can further interact with the paper to understand whether this paper is something you want to explore or read in more detail. If you want to do that, you can bookmark your item and or add it to a specific list or create a new list. This means that you can access your articles at any later point in time. So if we look under diabetes, we'll now find the article we just saved to our list. If you want to explore the content in a more interactive way, you can use Zaya. Here we have an example of a dialogue where I've asked about the latest research about diabetes 2. We get an answer, and we can see that it also includes specific references to full text articles. We can also define this query in terms of recency, so get more recent results or older results, or if we want to get seminal articles, for example. And then we can compare different articles with each other. So here we compare this article to one of the previous articles. And so Zaya helps us to understand the differences, and we can explore and learn more about each individual article. This can be a combination of different concepts, of course. And if we want to, we can also ask questions in terms of what other articles are there from a given author. And we can see that we find a number of further suggestions. If we want to look at an article and access its full text, we can simply click the link here. And if the full text is hosted on Zendy, you will see the full text directly on the platform. If it's not hosted on Zendy, it will take you to the publisher's version on the publisher website. For each article, you'll find some article details here, including the authors, the publication year, which journal it is, different kinds of journal indicators, and so forth. And we also get an automated summary for us, seen to the insights of this article, and some of the different sections like the introduction or the discussions. Furthermore, we can also see that the key phrases here have been highlighted for us. So we scroll down and look at this article, we can see where we may want to zoom in on specific key concepts. So this gives you hopefully an overview of how Zendy works as a platform, what the user interface looks like, how you can navigate, and how you can interact with the content for both discovery and literature review. If you want to, you can also use the Zendy capabilities and the whole Zendy technology by integrating it under the hood on your existing infrastructure. Here we see a rather basic example for the oral history and documentation project. This is a project that includes a lot of different interviews with people. This is the website, and that has nothing to do with Zendy, but if you click on the button down here, you can start to interact with the content. So here we can ask questions about a given interview or a person and what they have said on a given topic. All the support is, of course, also multilingual, so you can ask these questions not only in English, but also in Arabic, Spanish, or essentially any other language. So hopefully this gave you an idea of how Zendy also can be used under the hood on your existing infrastructure. Thank you very much for listening, and please don't hesitate to get back to us for an individual discussion. Thank you very much.